Welcome to the first segment of this 12-week coaching program. This is week 1 through 4. And what we're going to do is we're going to help you determine and understand your individual self. Like the scripture says, you have to clean out the inner vessel first. So that's what we're going to be focusing on, is cleaning out the inner vessel and really becoming aligned with ourselves and what we want. I cannot wait for the next 4 weeks, and I'm super excited. Let's go ahead and get started. Welcome back to week 2. It's Jesse again, and I'm super excited for week 2. And I'm going to tell you I'm super excited through every course, honestly, because every one of them is going to unlock new resources, new potential, and the whole course, once again, is designed to help you understand you and to help you go where you truly want to go. And so I'm going to open up with something here, and I want you to consider this. How do you know something's possible if you've never experienced or at least discovered the possibilities of that thing to be possible, right? Once again, going back to Benjamin Franklin with the light, as far as light and electricity itself goes, he had an idea of providing light in a different way. And so by doing that, he had to have multiple trial and error, but he had a general concept and started working towards that. Without that general concept, he would not have been able to go and create what he created. It's the same thing with Nike. Nike created a brand based off of athletics. And they had an idea, they took that concept, and by trial and error, they built something that is a national recognized company. So I want you guys to think about that for a moment. Nothing is truly experienced, or nothing becomes real until it is experienced. And so, how do we do that? You're going to find that week 2 is very similar to week 1. However, it's going to have some small tweaks to it. And trust me when I say that this is going to be a very, very cool segment, for lack of a better word. You see, the problem is, what do you truly want to experience? We need to experience new things in order to grow. Imagine just living the same life over and over and repeating the same thing over and over. You're not experiencing anything new. Now, imagine if you went to a new restaurant, tried a new food. Now, all of a sudden, that experience is magnified, and you remember that, and it becomes a core memory, and it becomes something that is very, very important to you. I think about the first house that my wife and I purchased. In fact, to this day, I'll never forget the address, the way that the house looked. I'll even remember what kind of cars we had and parked in the garage, because we had to make sure that it would fit into the garage. It was something new. It was a change in our life that created a new energy, more responsibility, and it helped us grow. And so the experiences are going to be very, very important, and these experiences will help you and continue to grow and go where you want to go. I want you guys to think of that as a muscle. Okay? For those that go to the gym, as you work out every single day, your muscles continue to grow. Now, if you provide the proper nutrients as well, those muscles will grow quicker, repair, and continue to build, therefore giving you bigger muscles and, in some cases, shedding body fat, assuming you're locked in. Now, if you don't work out that muscle, your muscle starts to deteriorate and eat itself. It's a living organism. It needs food and it needs nourishment, as well as needs some resistance to it to help it grow stronger. And so it's the same thing with your life. Your life is a living organism, and it needs consistent growth and nourishment to help you continue to grow and feel fulfilled. Your life is about the future and the creation. It's not about living in the past and doing the same thing over and over. So what do you truly want to experience? Do you want to have a relationship with someone? Do you want to experience traveling the world, giving back in a humanitarian way? Do you want to experience the wedding of a child, grandchildren? What is it that truly motivates you? And what do you want to experience? Once again, a lot of people, this will become very easy for them because they know what they want to experience versus what they want. However, there will still be some that still don't know what they want to experience. And it could be because they focus so much on the things that they don't want. And I'm going to ask you as well, how detailed are you going to be with your experience? A lot of people say, I want to go to Mexico. Where in Mexico? What do you want to experience in Mexico that's different than Canada? Why Mexico? What's it going to feel like when you get there? I want you guys to be detailed and consider those experiences as well, because the success and the fulfillment is in those small details and understanding why you want to experience what you want to experience. We can easily say, oh, I want to go experience this and see this very thing, but why? What's the purpose behind it and the intent? Or are you just saying that because you believe that the external environment or what you're seeing on social media is truly what you want, when realistically it may not be, therefore not giving you the fulfillment that you need? So with week 2, we're going to get a little more detailed, and we're going to create 100 experiences that you want. Now, this can involve other people, and these experiences can be anything. Don't put a limit on the experience. Is it, do you want to repair a relationship with someone? Do you want to experience a wedding? Do you want to go to Mexico? And what I want more importantly in this course is the details behind it and the intentions. Why do you specifically want to go and experience this? Write that down in your journal. Write that down in your mind. And because once again, as we go through this course, we're going to start unlocking more resources and we're going to find more fulfillment. And before you know it, it's not going to become a dream. It's going to become a must-have, a must-need in your life to experience that next level of fulfillment. What kind of opportunities does that unlock for you as an individual, with relationships, with your business? I think of certain times where my wife and I would say, we want to go here to this mastermind group. And it became a need. We thought about it. We thought how much we would grow from it. We got very detailed, looked at the hotels, everything we needed to experience. And before we knew it, we were there experiencing it, getting the fulfillment we needed. Come back from this mastermind opportunity, and before we know it, our business has grown tremendously. We have grown tremendously. Our relationships better. Because we were able to go and experience something that we truly wanted, it gave us more fulfillment. The intent behind it was known. Therefore, we really received the full amount of the things that we wanted. So with your 100 experiences, get detailed. You can get as detailed as words, specific keywords that will be said. Imagine if you were with your son or daughter and you were able to really have a monumental conversation with them, and you designed down to the keywords very specific things they told you, and that happened. Wouldn't that be amazing? You see, your whole purpose on this earth is to be a creator. And without creating these experiences, you're almost working against your purpose. And so as you go in and you focus on the things you truly, truly want and start to create that outcome, there's going to be more given to you. There's going to be more resources available. In fact, the science behind this is that your body itself has been designed to create the minute you have a thought. So let's say that you want this experience, and let's say the experience is a unforgettable honeymoon with your wife, or maybe it's your newly wedded wife or husband. What if it's an unforgettable anniversary trip, right? For those that are already married. What if you designed it down to the T, and part of that design was that you were going to get more fulfillment out of your marriage. You're going to have a very deep, intimate conversation about the future, and you were able to both go in, design this, and then go and experience it. Do you not think that that would be ultra fulfilling? And how much more would your relationship be strengthened because you were able to go in and put in the details of what you wanted to get out of it? I'm going to share an experience with one of our friends, and this was super eye-opening to me about the importance of the detail. One of our friends had a very, very big falling out with his ex-wife, and what had happened was that the falling out was so big that they never talked to each other after they separated. In fact, their kids would make comments of like, man, I can't even see mom and dad in the same room. Like, I've never seen that before. And our friend really focused in on this experience. He wanted his kids to see them get along. Although they were separated, he wanted his kids to see their mom and their dad in the same room at weddings, at special events, whatever the case. That was what he truly, truly wanted. And so he started to design that. And as he continued to design what he wanted down to the specific words, he found himself within 8 months in a environment with his ex-wife, with his kids at lunch, experiencing the very thing he created, down to the words, specific. Now, some of you guys may say that's coincidental. I definitely don't believe it. I believe that this was totally manifested for him because he got very specific with his intentions and what he wants. I'll talk about this over and over and over again. The minute you have a thought, your body is designed to create that. And what it does is the thought goes through and starts to communicate with the proteins in your body. And those proteins continue to produce more proteins. And that protein gives you more energy, thus allowing you to start working towards the very thing you wanted to create. And it will happen every time a thought is generated. Every time you take your thought and write it down and start to implement, you will feel a new sense of energy. You'll feel a new purpose because you're very specific with your intent and the things you want. So we talked a lot last week about the unconscious mind and the conscious mind and bringing awareness. And we're going to do that again this week with the 100 experiences being detailed, bringing those experiences that we truly want to receive to our total and full awareness, understanding what it is that's going to make us more fulfilled. I want you to be aware of your thoughts and your feelings and continue to write them down. I'll challenge you to do this every single week because this, once again, is going to be a history of your growth as well as helping you overcome some of these feelings that make you feel maybe like you're unworthy of receiving some of these experiences in your life. With that being said, please upload that information down in the link below. We want to see this. For our one-on-one coaching clients, we are going to get very specific with some of the limiting beliefs. Also, we're going to be very excited to see what is motivating you and help you design a plan around that to go after that very thing. Because as you experience the experiences you want to have, you're going to feel new energy. You're going to feel more purpose, more alignment with yourself, and more importantly, you're going to feel more abundant and confident. And as that abundance and that confidence works synergistically, you're going to be able to create the life you truly want. And maybe that involves money, maybe that involves relationships or certain experiences like the ones you're listing here. I'm excited to see what you guys come up with. Cannot wait to discuss more in week 3. And I hope you guys have a fantastic week.